Hello, brothers and sisters. It's a new week. We are very happy to welcome you to a new edition of our show titled Speak of Africa. We have a whole lot of news for you this week. But before we start, as usual, we want to give special thanks to all our subscribers. Thank you for subscribing to this show. With your assistance, our numbers continue increasing. We cannot thank you enough. Then if you are viewing this show for the first time, we are happy to welcome you to the Speak of Africa family. Please enjoy the show. Please subscribe so that you don't miss any of our shows. If you are already a subscriber or a customer of ours, we tell you, please, thanks for patronizing this show, especially if you're a client, because we're having more and more clients. Some of you are thinking that all our clients are in high tech, such as Biotech 97 and the medical field. No, our business extends the gamut. We are taking care of people in different business areas. So don't think that we are only catering to healthcare businesses. For example, this week we're introducing you to two non-profit organizations that we are helping to create. The first one is Mother of Southern Cameroons. This is a non-profit organization. We're going to be helping them to run their business. Right now, we're helping them to build a new website. The website is already live, and we're going to be building their payment gateway. And we've already submitted papers to the Internal Revenue Service for their 501c3 application. The whole package is in. Then we are also setting up a financial gateway with Neon CRM to make it easy for them to track donations all over the world. The same thing applies to Believe More. Believe More is another non-profit organization we are helping to create. We've already filed their papers for the non-profit, the 501c3, with the Internal Revenue Service of the United States. And we are now helping them to build this web presence. We're going to be helping both organizations with a lot of marketing activities and promotional activities. SEO is something we're very good at, search engine optimization. If you want Google, Bing, Yahoo to send clients to you, it behooves you to work with us because we know all the techniques, how to get customers to run to you instead of your competitors. You will get so many customers if you hire us as your marketing agents. Right now, the traffic you see is on the web, and you want to hire us, the webmasters, to help you gain this traffic. This is what some of these companies are doing now. Without further ado, we know that today is Mother's Day, and we are saying Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there, okay? Without discriminating, we want to say Happy Mother's Day to every female. Whether you have children or not, if you are female, we look at you like the specimen of motherhood. So we extend the same greetings to you as a mother. Happy Mother's Day. Mothers are very important. Mothers give us life. So let's wish all our mothers Happy Mother's Day once again. Nikombaga sings and says, Sweet Mother. Mothers are very important, very sweet. They always remember the pains of childbirth and raising children. So this day is their day, and we want to say Happy Mother's Day. On a sadder note, news just broke. We've lost a famous journalist, Dominique Ntube. He was here in Washington. I remember the last time I really spent time with him, he used to come to my little home office when I started my business back in Alexandria, Virginia. I will help him with his word processing and editing. So he used to publish a newspaper in Washington, D.C. titled The Continent. I had a lot of inspiration working with him. We're good friends, even though I was publishing a paper titled The Black Shopper, focusing on African Americans. His newspaper was targeting Africans in the diaspora. We're not really competitors. We worked together and we shared a lot of stories. And he was just like a mentor to me. So I really regret his passing. and I say, may his soul rest in peace. Without further ado, we also want to share news with you. We also attended the Howard University Medical Alumni event. The Medical Association was having a big event at the Marriott Marquis Hotel in Washington, D.C. We attended the event to promote our software, Alexa HTC. It was a great event. We hobnobbed with a lot of the big shots, the doctors and the other officials. It was a great event, and we were able to put our ad also in their newspaper because they had a bulletin for the event. So we were able to get a one-page ad talking about Alexa HTC because we're trying to get the word out. So you also should be helping us market Alexa HTC. Your doctor may be using a very old product. Have you asked your doctor to test drive Alexa HTC? You need to do that because most doctors are still using very old programs. You want to introduce them to a new app because Alexa HTC is very, very modern. We just completed the development of our mobile app. It's really fantastic. You can really see the way it works if your doctor is ready to use it because it makes life easy. You don't need to be on the internet. You can have your cell phone and use it conveniently. We use the Zoom APIs, application programming interfaces, to build it. So it just works just like Zoom. If you're used to Zoom, then it will be easy for you to use our mobile app. So tell your doctor friends, or if you have a nurse practitioner who is your doctor for now, talk to them about Alexa HTC so that they can use this product. The more people who use our product will start forming a community. Without further ado, we want to take you now into the news segment. But before we do the news, we want to introduce you to a book which came across the table and we're looking at it. It's titled Africa, What Went Wrong? The author of this book is a Cameroonian from South Africa. He's affiliated with the Thabo Mbeki's foundation. His name is Sue Free Cletus Sue. It's a very good book, and we read about the book, and we went on Amazon.com to get a copy from Kindle to look at what the book is all about. And we think the book really addresses a very important question. When you look at Africa today, a lot of stuff is not going well. What went wrong? So the book forces us to ask this question. So many things went wrong, and the book attempts to address a lot of the problems and even pinpoints leadership as a major factor. Our leaders are very selfish. When you compare our leaders with the leaders of most of the Asian tigers, these leaders from Asia were selfless. They were able to sacrifice. They love their people. But African leaders don't love their people. They love money, glory. And they don't really show that love for their own people the way the Asians do. And that's one of the reasons why Africa is where Africa is today. So we can really see this, and it's very, very sad. So we're asking you to get a copy of this book, Africa, What Went Wrong? There are so many issues that the book really addresses. We don't really have a lot of time to pay at this book. What is going on in Africa today? Every week, we try to look at Africa in a geopolitical context. We will tell you that today we don't experience World War III. What we are experiencing is Cold War 2.0. So don't confuse Cold War 2.0 with the Third World War. The Third World War has not broken out yet. What is happening is there is an interplay of power between two superpowers. The United States sees itself as the solo superpower in the world. Russia is still thinking that it has not lost its groove, so it can still play the big boys game. Now they are contending with the United States of America, and their theater of operation is Ukraine. Okay, Ukraine. What you're going to understand soon is the Ukraine war is affecting Africa economically, politically, and socially. And we're going to show you this as we unfold most of the stories in the show of today. Don't think that Africa is isolated. Whatever is happening in Ukraine is reverberating in the motherland. And we think, especially, we're going to take you now to Ambazonia. You're going to see that the war in Ukraine is reverberating already in Ambazonia. Okay, it looks like Russia has signed a military pact with La République du Cameroon. We spoke about this during our last two outings. We mentioned to you that the Biya government has made a stupid mistake by signing a pact with Russia without really understanding that they are getting caught in between two forces. As they say, when elephants fight, the grass suffers. Cameroon is like grass. Elephants are like Russia and the United States. When they are fighting, you don't want to come in between. By coming in between, we think Mr. Biya is making a big mistake because Russia is not going to be able to protect him because America is already angry. Because by signing a military pact with Russia, France is not happy, America is not happy either. What are they going to do? The response is they're going to pay him tit for tat. They're going to retaliate. And this is what big superpowers do. They are very, very cold. Real politics is at play. They're going to pay Mr. Biya. He has punched them in the eye. It pains them, so they're going to try to retaliate. Already, the United Kingdom has said they're not going to let Russia's Wagner group to get into Ambazonia. When those forces get into Ambazonia, they're going to look at it like the declaration of war. Do not forget, Ambazonia used to be part of what they call British Southern Cameroons. So right now, the British are ready to come back and claim their prize. They're not going to let Russia go in there and play any games. So already, we're seeing the way there is some kind of switch going on, okay? Before, the United States and the Western powers were not ready to recognize Ambazonia. But the way things are unfolding, they seem to be shifting gears, okay? Now, Biya is now a bad boy. He's no longer their golden child. They're looking at him like the guy that they used to hold with golden gloves. Now they are willing now to throw him to the wolves, okay? So it looks like the British, the Americans, and the French are ready now to kill Mr. Biya because he has messed up with them and they want to teach him a lesson. Because Russia is planning to bring the Wagner group soon, just like they did in Mali. We're going to be talking about Mali very soon. So Russia does not want to stay and watch France take care of all the spoils. So Russia wants to get in and take advantage of all the natural resources in La République du Cameroon. And as you know, a lot of these resources come from Ambazonia. So Russia is not going to have fun alone. So Russia is going to be surprised that America, Britain, and France are going to step in and fight. Because this is the way international politics operates. It's not a love affair. Countries are always fighting for resources, which is what Africans need to understand. Let's not be naive. Countries fight for resources from the early times. Look back at history. Look back in anger. Look back at the way things have unfolded from, say, the 15th century up to present day. Countries are always fighting other countries. Last week, we spoke about the rise and fall of the great powers. Great powers are always fighting for influence. Look at what happened in Europe, leading to the First World War and the Second World War. It's because the big countries are fighting for position. They tried to share the cake of Africa. It was not enough. They started fighting more for resources. So Mr. Biya made a dumb mistake. So we're thinking that now there's a question we want to ask you. Is Ambazonia now becoming the next Ukraine? You ask, why ask such a question? Well, Ukraine is a country that is the new darling of the Western world. Why? They are giving Ukraine all the sweet stuff. So Ukraine is like a pretty lady. They're giving them all the nice stuff to seduce them. Russia is angry, trying to make sure that the match between America and Ukraine should not take place. Similarly, Ambazonia is going to become the darling of the Western powers. Who can tell you this? You see, we always know the way things are going to unfold. Before they unfold, we tell you in advance. The Western world is going to start changing positions. They're going to confront Russia. They're not going to let Russia step in Ambazonia. So they are going to fight. So people in Ambazonia should know that the time has come for them to wake up. Already, we can see that the fighting continues in Ambazonia, a whole lot of fighting. A lot of the young people are fighting and dying. Even this week, there was announcement of a lockdown. Ayabacho, you can see him talking about Regina Mundi, a senator from Biya's La République who was held in Ambazonia. And we think it looks like they may be asking for some form of exchange. So the big news in Ambazonia this week is Ayabacho, the leader of the ADF. And of course, you can also see the Bui warriors. Take a look at the video of the Bui warriors.
Soldiers, never to surrender. Soldiers, never to surrender. Soldiers, never to surrender. Who are we? We are the Comoros ARF. Who are we? We are the Comoros ARF. Who are we? We are the Comoros ARF. Yeah, my dear people from Ambazonia. Now with this, the Bui Warriors ARF under the leadership of Major General Tok Andu. Today, the 4th of May 2022, we come out for one were people them, for one were mama them, were papa them, we all blacklegs them, and even the military we want them too. Any man where will show his face for that 20th of May, as how we come, he name not die. No be so? No. No be so? No. Or any man where will show his face for that 20th May, he name na. Man where will show his face for 20th May, he name na. Die. So we be ready. Be ready and for do anything for carry this nation more go reach Buya. As how we come out, we say more fight for take back we land. And we'll be ready and promising for take and go reach Buya. And one make our people them know say we know not only one interim government will be led by His Excellency Dr. Samuel Sako Ikomi. Any other faction for IG where they want create them, that one that they are on. We no know nothing. We only know now we papa when His Excellency Dr. Samuel Sako Ikomi.
There's a lot of action in Ambazonia this week. You can also see the video of General RK. Most of you have been asking us, where is General RK? Well, we have a video. Take a minute and listen to General RK.
Good afternoon, my mama and my papa them for Ground Zero. This one now na Peking General RK. We na big general for British Southern Cameroon resistance force. We did for Ground Zero, it fight for CC, mais la République military, mais la République government. Key finish una. I count today the 7th of May 2022 for salute una and for appreciate all our civilians and what they did for outside there, for the wonderful support, for their patience. And for their endurance where they don't go through this war. But it does so tie heart. I want to thank you now. And say may God continue to bless all our civilians them. And may God continue to protect you now so that make we not sustain more casualties. I want to thank you now. And today the 7th I also come out for come advice. It don't stay when I talk. Most of my talk them, I be the mostly talk for politicians them. I did talk for this side, but today I want to take this time for address only what civilians them. Because I don't see say La République, it don't change strategy. And this strategy where La République, it don't change them. Now for the push from one ignorant civilians them for before. So that when they don't come for before now, they come. They do something where they for where it goes sweet with other amber forces or what boys them where they fight. When our boys they want vex for on top them, La République now go take that pictures them. It's sent for one man country say this so. Our boys them and our forces they for all Ground Zero saying that chief people them they don't like peace. No, that one a lie. I want to remind our mama and our papa them. Say what did it first happen before we take guns them? May all man ask himself, wait till it first happen before we give we that authority then say make we hook up. Every community, make a big stone, big stick, it defend that community. You defend your family. Wait till it first happen. Now because of the bad fashion of La République, where people don't live with them for close to 57 years. We see the bad fashion. It no be the worker. We won't complain because it ain't no be the worker. They start kill win and kill them. Till today, getting to 6 years, they always kill them. No be only for getting to 6 years, we will start fight them. When they start kill them, they don't start kill them since the very day we someone who are them. For first time, they be vote for join La Republic, for this union, for this marriage. Maybe we not forget so.
Okay? In addition to General Ake, you also have the reinvigoration of other forces of liberation in Ambazonia. You see them marching and fighting, trying to implement the lockdown policy, which is going on. They are trying to prevent any official activities in preparation for 20th May, which is going to be a big day celebration in La République du Cameroon. They don't want this celebration to take place in the northwest and southwest regions. So they want to prevent their people from doing this.
This is not the Southern Cameroon's Defense Force under General of Army, General Transporter, together with a crew. The day for road live, and people need to respect that ghost stands out top for 6 o'clock to get yourself for blame. We don't start, we know the stop. And any person who sees Brazzaville drinks anywhere, right for inside Kumba the Goso, better be prepared. Now go the Goso. Thank you now. And this will rearrange our place so. And this, as I say, I saw the way then I wait time. We all over. The Southern Cameroon Defense Force that.
Then of course, you see now that there are a whole lot of black legs that are affecting the revolution in Ambazonia. So the people now are trying to re-strategize. La République has been playing games with the citizens. They have been bribing these citizens to blackmail the Ambazonia Restoration Forces. Now, the Ambazonia Restoration Forces have understood this tactic. They are changing their ways. So they're making sure that if you are a black leg, you're going to be penalized. When you look at it, it's always like tit for tat. Today, they will kill some forces from B. Tomorrow, B will retaliate. So where is this tit for tat game going to take us? It seems it will be wiser for the Biya government to start making peace with the Anglophones. If they don't, the Western world now is changing positions. The UN Security Council is going to make some changes. It's true, Russia has veto power at the UN. But now Russia, Putin has become a pariah individual, persona non grata. So it's going to be weakened. And we think Russia will really have no place in the civilized society pretty soon. Okay? So if you are counting on Russia as a supporter, a military supporter, then you are short-sighted. From Ambazonia now, we move to Guinea.
Is the COVID-19 crisis sweeping and stressing you out? Are you looking for smart answers, latest information from health experts, newest tips from doctors? Here's Dr. Wilma Huntz-Watts, the super tech doctor, the keynote speaker of the Alexia Corporation's Telehealth Telemedicine Virtual Conference, a free event scheduled on February 26, 2022. Interested? Then come for networking opportunities, giveaway freebies, special offers, Q&A sessions, learning and business guides, free videos and transcripts. Don't ignore COVID-19. Don't make the worst mistake others are making. Plan to attend the virtual medical conference. Discover Alexia HTC, America's newest EMR EHR application, shaking things up in the telehealth telemedicine space.
Guinea also is a place where Mamadi Doumbouya is in charge. Last week, we told you that Alpha Condé has returned to the country and has become a free man. Oh, things are changing very, very fast. Okay? The change is so fast. We hear this week the government of Mamadi Doumbouya has set legal processes in motion against Rash. So this is going to be interesting to see. So how soon things change in this part of the world. But this is going to be a bitter lesson. Next, we'll move to Ivory Coast. Ivory Coast also is a place where you see Alassane Ouattara playing a lot of games. Who is going to be the next president of the Ivory Coast? The people keep asking, and they cannot really understand because the chess master is Alassane Ouattara. Most of the people cannot even understand. Today you are there, tomorrow you are not there. Prime Minister, Vice President, he keeps playing games with all these people. But the succession shuffle is also happening in Kenya. You see William Ruto, the Vice President, now fighting with Raila Odinga. It looks like Uhuru Kenyatta has switched his alliance. Before, he was supporting his Vice President, William Ruto. The two of them were really accused for crimes by the ICC. But it looks like Uhuru Kenyatta is shifting his support now to his former rival, Raila Odinga. Kenyan politics is very tribal and very personal. Sometimes when I look at what is happening in Kenya, it looks like I'm watching a Shakespearean play. Because it looks like sometimes life is imitating literature. Okay? Literature is life and life is experience. So everything is mixed up. Then we move now to Mali.
Hey yo, Shay, I thought you was gonna take me to this place so I could get my taxes done. You know I'm trying to buy a new house. What's up?
Let's get it on. If you searching for a house, call up my man Prince Ojong, the best in real estate. Take it from your guy Shake. When I say his services are the best in the states, word is born. He even take care of your tax forms, fat refunds. So come get your business done. Consultations, financial organization, fast processing, no waiting. This man is amazing. The Prince.
Act now and call Prince Ojong at 240-350-1131. That's 240-350-1131.
We have a video. Why is Mali kicking out the French? It's because the French have been stealing the gold in Mali for so many years. We have a video which is in French explaining the way the people of Mali are very upset with the French for stealing their resources for so many years. So even though you may say the West is a lesser evil, but the people still prefer Russia as an alternative. When people are desperate, they take desperate measures. So we think that's what is happening in Mali. So it will really take a very courageous West to apologize and try to sort things out with Mali. Because Mali now is in the full hands of Russia. But how long is this going to last? We suspect the West is going to try to topple Assimi Goïta. Toppling Assimi Goïta will not really solve the problem. The problem should be the West should change their politics in Africa, be more transparent, and work for the people. They should not just be thinking about their interests the way they've done in the past. Otherwise, they'll keep having problems. Next, we'll move to Nigeria. What is happening in Nigeria? Well, the politicking is still going on. People are jockeying for power, and it looks like the cabal of President Buhari wants to determine who should be his successor. Then, of course, you have the front runners, Yemi Osinbajo and Bola Tinubu. They are still jockeying for power. Even this week, we understand Bola Tinubu went and visited Asorok to talk to Buhari. But what are they really talking about? We don't know. Soon we will know. Next, we'll move to South Africa. South Africa has been taking a neutral position, so they say. But the world knows that South Africa is not really neutral in the conflict between the West and Russia. South Africa, for historical reasons, is supporting Russia. In the past, we've even shown you photos of Vladimir Putin training soldiers in South Africa during the apartheid era. As a result, South Africa has developed close ties with Russia. But when we look at what is happening today, is it smart for South Africa to continue supporting Russia for historical reasons? What about its self-interest? As a nation, South Africa should be focusing more on its self-interest. In fact, that's the argument of the chairperson of the opposition party. That's what he is saying. South Africa should not just be supporting Russia blindly. is South Africa is creating problems for the country because America and the West are going to team up and retaliate. And this is going to create more problems for South Africa. We think we've come to the end of our show. We've covered most of the issues that are hot in Africa this week. Okay? So if you have any question, please feel free to send us a holler. Okay? If you're doing business, this is the channel for you. We are not just sharing news with you. We're giving you the skills you need to succeed in the world. So just know that what distinguishes us from other news channels is the fact that we have the technical skills to give you, to change your life. And more shows are going to come focusing on intelligence that you can use to make your life better. Thank you very much. May God bless you.
Medical practice software is too old. Indeed, all the programs are built on MUMPS, technology of the 1950s, and the programs cost too much money. Epic and Cerner cost billions of dollars. Meditech costs thousands of dollars too. In fact, that's why we created AlexiaHTC.com, a new and free EMR/EHR for doctors. AlexiaHTC.com is built for HIPAA. Yes, magical one-screen technology, ease of use, quick charting, amazing e-prescribing, tight labs integration, multi-office difference, because we believe doctors and patients need a break today. Be the first to test drive AlexiaHTC.com. You have nothing to lose, you have everything to gain. Act now. Call 240-350-1131. Alexia Care Corporation at AlexiaHTC.com. Selling a service or a product? Need buyers? Use the African Nation TV as a channel to reach many viewers. Act now and call Prince Ojong at 240-350-1131. That's 240-350-1131. Act today.